Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. Good morning, students, and welcome to your English language class 5. Today, we shall learn a new unit, that is direct and indirect speech. Do you know what is direct and indirect speech? Direct speech is used with the sentences are said with few proper words, means correctly, with exact words. But in indirect speech, we say it indirectly as a narration. We add some conjunction to the words and make a sentence. So let's see in detail what is it. Direct and indirect speech. Read the following sentences. Rama said, Ashok is an idle boy. Rama said that Ashok was an idle boy. Rama said that Ashok was an idle boy. These two sentences are same, but the saying, the ways of telling them are different. In the first sentence, we use exact words and say it as direct speech. But in the second sentence, we say directly, we do not use any exact words. So in the note it's given that in the first sentence, said is called to be reported verb and Ashok is an idle boy is said to be an reported speech. So let's remember few rules in the first sentence and second sentence. In first sentence, we have three rules, that is for direct speech. The exact words of the speaker are put with inverted commas. The first word of the reported speech begins with a capital letter. Comma is placed after the reported verb, that is said. After said, Rama said, there is a comma to separate it from the reported speech, second part of the sentence. Next, we learn in the indirect speech as there are four rules to remember. The reported words are not placed with inverted commas. No comma is placed after said. The reported speech is introduced by conjunction, that is that. The verb is changed from present to past. So in the direct speech, we must remember that exact words are put with inverted commas. The first word of the reported speech begins with a capital letter. The comma is placed after the verb, reporting verb, to separate it from the second part of the sentence. And in the indirect speech, there is no inverted commas, no comma placed after said. Reported speech is introduced by a conjunction that, and it's changed from present tense to past tense. There are few rules to change direct speech into indirect speech. So let's follow rules. There are 7 rules. So let's see the rules one by one. If the reported speech, rule 1, if the reported verb is in present or future tense, the verb in the reported speech is not changed at all. Students, I will not read all the examples. I will read 2 examples each of 2 or 3 examples of each rule. If the reported verb is in present or past tense, so the reporting verb here is Belly says. So then the reported verb in the reported speech, the verb in the reported speech is not changed at all. In the indirect verb, when we are saying the reported speech is not changed at all. So let's see. Bali says there is no ink in the ink pot. Bali says that there is no ink in the ink pot. So it is in present tense, so there is no change. The headmaster says Mohan will fail. The headmaster says that Mohan will fail. So future tense, there is no change. Afzal will say dinner is ready. Afzal will say that dinner is ready. Next, rule 3. Students, remember one thing we have already read before. Direct speech, there are inverted commas and there is a comma after the reported verb. Indirect speech, no commas and nothing. Direct a full stop. Direct sentence. Indirect sentences without any comma. Rule 2. If the reporting verb is in the past tense, the verb in the reported speech is also changed to the past tense. Here there was no change, but now in the past tense becomes, in the reported speech also becomes past tense. To work out this rule smoothly, note the following special rules. Now here are 7 special rules in the rule 2. So we'll see all of them. I'll just read one example of each. The simple present becomes the simple past. In the direct speech, Sita said Kamla works very hard. Sita said that Kamla worked very hard, past tense. Present continuous becomes past continuous. He said Raman is working hard. He said that Raman was working hard. Just see what I'm reading before. Present perfect becomes past perfect. Gopal said Harry had done his work. Gopal said that Harry had done his work. May is changed into might. Can is changed into could. He said the boy may pass. He said that the boy might pass. I said I can do the sum. I said that I could do the sum. The simple past becomes past perfect. Harry said Ashok returned at noon. Harry said that Ashok had returned at noon. Past perfect. Past continuous becomes past perfect continuous. He said all were laughing at the teacher. He said that all had been. Past perfect continuous had been laughing at the teacher. Shall becomes should, will becomes would. The teacher said Harish will not pass. The teacher said that Harish would not pass. I said I shall try to help her. I said that I should try to help her. Exception to the rule 2, if the reported speech contains some universal or habitual facts, then there is no change in the simple present or in the simple past. The sentence remains as it is. Like, the teacher said honesty is the best policy. The teacher said that honesty is the best policy. We cannot change this. It's said, it's a habitual fact. He said the earth moves round the sun. He said that the earth moves round the sun. Universal. He said God loves all creature. He said that God loves all creature. Universal. Rule 4. Sorry students, I did not turn. But in the textbook, when I am teaching you, please open your textbooks, okay? Rule 2 is over. I am come to rule 4 now. Pronouns of the first person in the direct speech are changed into indirect speech to the same person as the subject of the introductory verb. Introductory verb is John said. That is the introductory verb. So here the pronouns of the first person in the direct speech are changed in indirect speech. So let's see. John said, I am busy. John said that he was busy. I is changed to he. Direct speech. He said, I have done my work. She said that she had done her work. The last one I am saying. I said the girl calls me. I said that the girl called me. Rule 5. Pronouns of the second person in direct speech are changed into indirect speech to the same person as noun or pronoun which comes after the introductory verb. After the introductory, in the fourth rule it was as the subject of the introductory verb. Harry said to me, you are wrong. Harry told me that I was wrong. Ali said to Ashok, you are good boy. Ali told Ashok that he was good boy. So here you can see how you is changing to I. Second person is changing in the indirect speech. Okay, second person in the direct speech is changing in the indirect speech from you to he, you to I, you to she. and comes after the introductory verb, that is after the verb. It comes introductory verb is like Ali said to Ashok. This is the introductory verb. Said is a verb. John said to him, "You have not done your work." John told him that he had not done his work. Rule 6. Pronouns of the third person in direct speech remains the same. There is no change in the indirect speech. Harish said to me, "He is ill." Harish told me that he was ill. He said to me, "She was right." He told me that she was right. But no change of person is made when the speech is reported to the person to whom it was addressed. It is first addressed. There is no change made. Bali said to you, "You are wrong." Bali told you that you were wrong. In all the above examples, the verb said in the direct speech becomes told in the indirect speech, and the preposition to is omitted. It's omitted, not added. You have seen as I am reading. Okay. Rule 7. When turning a sentence from direct to indirect speech, words showing nearness are changed into words showing distance, like now becomes then, this, that, these, those, tomorrow, the next day, yesterday, the day before or the previous day, last night, the night before or the previous night, here, there, ago, before, today, that day. So let's see. I'll read all this to you because each has different meaning. John said, "I am busy now." John said that he was busy then. Now becomes then. He said, I have seen this girl." He said that he had seen that girl. I said, "These mangoes are sweet." I said that those mangoes are sweet. He said to me, "I finished the work long ago." He told me that he had finished the work long before. Harry said, "The boy is here." Harry said that the boy was there. He said, "Ali may come tomorrow." He said that Ali might come the next day or the previous day. Gopal said, "Today is fine day." Gopal said that day was a fine day. Mohan said, "I will go to Delhi tomorrow." Mohan said that he would go to Delhi the next day. Raman said, "I went to the cinema last night." Raman said that he had gone to the cinema the night before or the previous night. She said, "This happened yesterday." She said that had happened the day before. We have finished with the 7 rules. Now let's go to the commands and request. In reporting a command or a request in the indirect speech, direct speech is given differently, but when we are reporting it in the indirect speech, the command and request changes. Like in the introductory verb, it is changed to request, order, command, advise, or same or some other word that suits there. The verb is reported in the reported speech is put in the infinite. Let's see it. I said to Krishna, "Please give me your book." I said to Krishna, "Please give." So it is requesting. I requested Krishna to give me his book. "Leave this place," said the teacher to the boys. The teacher ordered the boys to leave that place. He said to the magistrate, "Pardon me." He begged the magistrate to pardon him. The teacher said, "Work hard, Raman." The teacher advised Raman to work hard. He said, "Be quiet and listen to me." He urged them to be quiet and listen to him. Questions. It's changed. How it is changed in the reporting speech, let us see. The introductory verb is changed as ask or inquire. Whether or if is used when the interrogative sentence begins with a verb No new connective is used if the interrogative sentence begins with who, whose, with, whom, which, what, how, when, or why. The interrogative form is changed into the declarative form. Interrogative form is changed to declarative form. Now let's see in the questions how they are. He said to me, "Where are you going?" He asked me where I was going. See, in the interrogative verb is changed to ask and inquire. Rama said to her, "How old are you?" Rama asked her how old was she. How old she was. The policeman said to the beggar, "Why are you crying?" The policeman asked the beggar why he was crying. Harry said, "How much money have you in your pocket?" Harry inquired how much money I had in my pocket. He said to me, "Have you done your work?" He asked me if I had done my work. Mohan said to me, "Do you play cricket?" Mohan asked me whether I played cricket. The last part is exclamations and wishes. In the reporting speech and in reporting an exclamation or wish in the indirect speech, the interrogative verb is changed into wish, exclaim, pray, bless, or curse. The words showing exclamation such as "Alas, hooray" are omitted. The signs of exclamation is also omitted. They said, "Hooray, we have won the match." They exclaimed with joy that they had won the match. So here it's given no interrogative verb is they said, no, hooray. So that is changed into exclaim. Words like exclaim. She said to him, "May you live long." She wished that he might live long. He said, "Alas, I am undone." He exclaimed that he was undone. He said to her, "May God bless you." He prayed that God might bless her. She said, "Oh God, forgive me." She prayed to God to forgive her. Students, I hope you have understood the unit direct and indirect speech. If you have any doubts, you can contact me and I will explain to you. You are braver than you believe, and stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. I repeat, you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Thank you, students.